Welcome to Cobras and Fire, March Badness 2024, Round 1 Recap Spectacular. I am joined with my March Badness buddy, LC Fox. How are you this morning, LC?
I am excellent. Thank you for asking. I'm excited to find out the results.
I got to tell you, I would say not a lot of surprises, but Bakko actually had a pretty good bracket. We'll get to that in a second. I don't normally get to say that, so I might brag a little bit as we get down the road. But yeah, the results are in. I will say this, so we got the voting going on in the Cobras on Fire Facebook group and the Decibel Geek community group on Facebook. So if you're listening and you want to vote and you haven't, all you got to do is join. They're free to join. And then at that point, you can vote in both. You can vote in one. I don't care. We did put up the first round of 4 on Twitter, but the results from Twitter in the past have been about half of our votes. And this round, I kind of had a hunch based on the way Twitter's been going the last couple of years and what I'm seeing in our feed and our algorithm. I wasn't sure I was going to get that kind of again. And yeah, we got between 7 and 8 votes total on each of the 4 matchup. So I didn't bother doing it beyond those 4. I didn't even count those 4 going, because I figured why bother at that point. So it won't be on Twitter is what I'm getting at there. Maybe I'll take a look at Threads next year.
Yeah, that'll be huge by then.
But it is kind of a bummer because Twitter would be the curveball that would kind of mix things up a little bit. Sometimes it's a little too symbiotic between our groups. And here would come old Twitter with like White Tiger. So anyway, all right. Well, if you don't have anything more to say, let's get right into it.
No, man, let's get into the bad.
All right, let's start with the LC region. Now, the funny thing about the LC region is this was the least competitive region of all 4. The winner in each one of your matchups, yours, I say, because it is the region that you picked, won by an average vote of 80.375% of the vote. So nice. Those are Reagan type numbers there, man.
This is all by design, Bakko.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
No.
All right. So your first seed AC/DC for those about to rock went up against Alex Cooper. See, now I got your
Alex Cooper. Yeah, he's a cover artist in Vegas.
Alice Cooper. Along came a spider. Cooper ran away with this one in both groups. A little tighter in Decibel Geek than ours, surprisingly.
Wow.
30% of the voters in the Decibel Geek group thought the AC/DC record was the worst of the 2. Only 11% in ours. So with an average percentage of 79.5%, Cooper takes that and moves on to the second round, where it will face Tesla, who took on Pearl Jam Vitology. This was a little closer overall. Again, 70-30 in Decibel Geek, but 80-20 in ours for a 75% win for Tesla. Tesla Shock. Allison Shanes went up against Chris Cornell, the 3 seed against the 6. Cornell taking the win here, the upset. So we got 2 upsets in your regions already. And Cornell with 84.5% of the total vote, 92% in the Cobra and Fire group. Picked Cornell.
See, that was one I was going to take back too.
Yeah. I don't think it was a bad pick, honestly. If anything, I was surprised by your presentation on the selection show. You seem surprised that people have heard of this album, but yeah, it's not good.
No.
Cornell had 77% of the vote in the Decibel Geek group. So, and then they will be taking on Motley Crue, Generation Swine, the 7 seed, upsetting your number 2 seed, Judas Priest, Ram It Down, with 82.5% of the vote. 83 in ours, 82 in Decibel Geek. So there you go. Like I said, not close in any of the matchups in the LC region. So.
Yeah, if I want to think about it again, is knowing what goes against what, because I do think Ram It Down needs a chance to go further. But if it's going against Generation Swine, it's out.
Well, it was weird that Generation Swine was still there that late in the selection. I think we were all just a little fatigued, but that is a monster in this tournament. That is Duke. Yeah. That is fucking North Carolina, man.
Absolutely.
So all right, let's get into the Camaro region. Things were a little tighter. Actually, Aaron had the closest average margin of victory, with the average still being 67.25. So there's only a couple of these that were actually close, but That's still, it's almost 15 points better than or more competitive than say your region. All right, so up first, he had the powerhouse Mitch Malloy, which I think is going to run the table, but we'll see how it goes. Mitch Malloy going up Scorpions eye to eye. I got to tell you, I might be worried about my Mitch Malloy pick because this ended up being a lot closer than I thought it would be. Still a fairly easy win for Mitch, but 61%. I was thinking this would be more in that 80% margin just because of our listeners and our how much love we have for Mitch. But yeah, it was really tight in ours, 54-46 as far as the percentage, and then 68-32 in the Decibel Geek group.
Hey, by the way, we just want to say happy 25th anniversary to Eye to Eye.
Yeah, thank you, Joey Haney, for throwing that in there. Wow, what timing! And then Joey's like, they're celebrating this.
I know. By the way, that album when I went to preview is not available any legit streaming platform. You can only find it buried on YouTube, not by the Scorpions upload.
Oh, I got you when you say legit. All right. That is going to be going up. So Mitch Malloy does move on, but sometimes maybe it was just a bad matchup, and Mitch Malloy is gonna Mitch it up in this next round. He will be going up against the winner of Wasp, Kill Fuck Die, and the LA Guns American Hardcore. You know what? Let's have a little fun. I'm going to let you kind of give me what you think won here for the rest of the way. Who do you think got the win out of those two?
And that's again Wasp, Kill Fuck Mary, and what was the other one?
Kill Fuck Die and LA Guns. The LA Guns American Hardcore.
That's a tough one.
79% was the margin of victory.
Okay. I'm gonna go LA Guns.
Spot on, friend. Sorry, I was taking a swig of coffee there, people.
They're both departures for them. So
yeah, pretty much. I actually enjoy the Kill Fuck Die record quite a bit, but I also understand. Like if someone threw music from The Elder in here, as much as I love it, it's not like I'm going to go, that's ridiculous. No, I get why it would be in this bracket, but
I think it's just the addition of to their name.
Yeah,
pushing them through.
Yeah, it could be. I never noticed that subtle difference until they brought it up, and then when I looked up the art for it, I was like, yeah, it does say the. Weird. Yeah, all right. So the LA Guns American Hardcore goes up against Mitch Malloy. So that one could be interesting. We'll see. All right, then we have number 3 GNR, Chinese Democracy, going up against number 6 Risk. This one was tight, but it did win both groups with an average group of with an average percentage of 56.5% of the vote.
Wow,
who do you
that's
got here?
A good one. I'm gonna go with GNR just because of how much drama is.
Yeah, spot on. Yep. So GNR advances. Megadeth Risk, I gotta tell you, the thing is that again, I kind of like Chinese Democracy. So if that ends up winning, that'll be a good one to discuss. But Risk would be a really fun one to get into. So maybe one of these years, that one.
I can do 10 minutes on Breadline alone.
Man, there you go. That's what people had to look forward to. You should have mentioned more of that on the selection show, so people knew, like, oh, I gotta hear those 2 minutes on Breadline.
10.
Oh, 10 minutes. Sorry.
10 minutes.
Even better. Maybe that'll be a March Badness bonus or a teaser or something like that. All right. That's going to go up against the winner of the number 2 versus 7 matchup. So 2 is ZZ Top, Afterburner, and number 7, oddly enough, is 2. This one, I popped in 2 yesterday just to kind of give it a spin because this experience reminded me I hadn't listened to it in a while. Another record that I kind of like. And Afterburner is kind of boring for me. I think it's a weird pick, but it did well the last time it was in the tournament. So
it's the hard one to guess. Sorry,
give me so 72.5% was the average percentage of votes that won. I don't know, how am I saying that wrong? It's like I always feel like it won with 72.5% of the votes. Who do you think you got here? Who's moving on?
Man. I think people just have too much love for ZZ Top, even though that album sucks. So I'm going to say people are like, what is 2? Probably people picked 2. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Damn it.
All right. Yeah. So 2 advances to play, take on GNR. Boy, that one, because 2 had a pretty good margin of victory here.
That's going to be
as a 7 seed. But Chinese Democracy is another one of those kind of like Generation Swine where I think these records sat around because we all wanted to try to be a little more fresh. You know what I mean?
I just want to say too.
Kudos to us. Go ahead.
Yeah, just for Afterburner, like for example, one person that you mentioned earlier, Joey Haney, is a defender of Afterburner for whatever reason. He showed all the things that you could get at the time, like products, and one product they did not offer at the time, if you wanted to buy it, was a sleeping bag. Missed opportunity.
I knew that's where you were going. He also threw in like recycler as the worst record, and I don't agree with that.
Give me a break. It has Mississippi alone.
God,
takes that up. Takes that up many notches. So.
Damn right. I just saw that at a record store recently, and I don't know if you remember when it came out initially. There was a special edition that was actually had step bumper metal.
Oh, really?
On the front and back, it was like they wanted like $20 for it, and I was like, I almost bought it just because that collectible side of me. And I'm like, I don't fucking want this. Yeah. I have the vinyl of it. That's good enough for me. I think I have a CD somewhere too. I think it's an okay record, but that was such a cool package, especially back in that time, man. You didn't see a lot of artists doing neat stuff like that. All right,
hit it.
Let's get into the Bakko region. So my average victory of the 4 was 72.875. So a little higher than Camaro, a little lower than yours, but still not terribly competitive across the board. There was one tight one, but the other 3 were.
Do you actually think like what's going against each other when you're doing them or not?
No, not at all.
Okay, just wanted to know.
Because I went in this year with the idea, and I think I might have mentioned it when we did the show. I don't remember. With the idea that seeding doesn't mean shit. It really doesn't. Mm-hmm. And that may have been the wrong approach, but we'll see. Because my number 8 seed was actually another one of those kind of like, the blue bloods, as they call them in the college basketball, like your Generation Swine and your Chinese Democracy. Gene Simmons' asshole is low-hanging fruit for this competition. So to get that as an 8 seed, that really put my number 1 seed in jeopardy here. Once the polling got out, and I was like, oh, this might not go the way I was thought it would. But yeah, so number 1, Bruce Willis, Return to Bruno, going up against Gene Simmons' asshole with a fairly easy win, but 69.5% of the vote. Who do you think won here?
Well, it's going to be Gene Simmons, but I have to say, at some point, March Badness or not, we got to do Return to Bruno, because just a conversation about Bruce Willis in general and the creation of that, it's got to be fun.
I'm in. We'll see if we can pencil that in. But you are incorrect. Bruno takes it.
I can't believe there's not much love for that.
Bruno is the hot new team coming out of the one of the small conferences. Yeah, the Conference USA or something like that. This is like Gonzaga in the 90s.
Wow, man.
Taking down the man, Gene Simmons. So yeah, it had 66% of the vote in our group, so a little closer than the Decibel Geek group, who they still love themselves some Gene Simmons. Fuck that. You got to forget the kiss factor. Sometimes these assholes get defensive about that, and they're going to go against anything. So 73% of the vote in the Decibel Geek community.
Wow. Quick comment on that is that just like you saw that special edition of Recycler, I saw a special edition of Return of Bruno, and it came with a DVD of Hudson Hawk. That's the only way you can push that product.
Oh God, trying to think. I like Hudson Hawk.
I do too. I love that movie. That's my point. That movie gets shit on all the time, and I thought it was just a good ride.
It's goofy and silly, but I think it's fun. I think Danny Aiello is good in it. Also, is Bruce Willis in the Bonfire Vanities?
I don't think so. I think that's Tom Hanks.
And no, Tom Hanks is the main character. I think Bruce Willis.
He might be. I've never seen it.
Be the drunk.
Oh, the guy that runs
or something like that. I can't. Yeah. Anyway, I like that movie as well, and that one got shit on a lot.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on from crap. Yes. Maybe we should do a crappy movie tournament at some point. But yeah. So my number 4.
Don't steal that, people. Don't steal that.
Yeah.
That was here.
First. Yeah, right fucking here. What is it? March 10th, 2024.
Mm-hmm. Mark it down.
Anyway.
Keep going.
Number 4 seed, Danzig, Black Acid Devil. Another one that probably should be more of a monster in this tournament than has been historically. Going up against Poison Hollyweird, a record that Joey Haney kind of inspired me to pick with this comment. I don't know why this doesn't run away with it every year. So what the hell? Let's give it one more shot, right? So, it did. The winner did win pretty easily with an average win of. It won pretty easily with 86.5% of the vote. Is what I keep trying to say there.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's early, people. I apologize.
It's all right.
What do you got here?
Well, I'm going to say that most people have not heard either of these albums. They just know their reputation, and it's going to be Hollyweird.
Okay. You are correct. Hollyweird moves past. And thank God, honestly. Part of the reason, the problem with Black Acid Devil, I don't ever want to listen to that again. It is unlistenable. Okay. And you know how much I like Danzig, so all
like
right.
A Lulu. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Maybe we should disqualify that. I'm like thinking, oh, God. Joey said the same thing about Metal Music Machine by Lou Reed, which is coming up here. He said that shouldn't even count. That should be disqualified just on spec. But maybe the voters will take care of that. But we're not there yet. Up next, we have number 3, Bret Michaels' Songs of Life. I believe his debut solo record, going up against the self-titled debut record from White Tiger, Mark St. John's post-Kiss project, with tentative Black Sabbath singer the late Dave Donato. Actually, in the late Mark St. John. Rest in peace, guys. All right, but winning with 83.5% of the vote. Who do you got out of this matchup?
I don't think anybody can resist a Bret Michaels versus Poison pick. So I'm going to go with Bret Michaels.
Man, so they would each need to advance one more round to get to that.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it. Yeah, and I should mention that Hollyweird is going to go up against Bruno, and we'll see how that goes, man. Yeah, I watched Return of Bruno yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, well, I was bouncing the selections Sunday. I just let me go watch that again.
Is it an hour long? Hour and a half?
It's I think it's about an hour.
Nice.
It's the documentary and like 5 live songs. So yeah, anyway. All right, so Bret Michaels is going to be going up against the winner of the next round, which is the number 2 seed Ace Frehley second sighting against the Bullet Boys Zaza. This one was tight, and it was not the same result in either group. So it was our group that ended up pushing it over the edge. Had more voters than it did. I think it might have gone the other way, but this one was decided by 4 total votes.
Well,
with 52% of the vote, which album do you think pulled ahead here?
Well, just because the fact that Gene Simmons' Asshole didn't win up there means there's defenders of bad music. So I'm going to say it's going to be Zaza. It
was not. Second sighting pulled it out.
Whoa. Okay.
But check this out, man. It was fucking lopsided in the Decibel Geek group. Zaza had 72% of the vote. And it had second sighting had 65% of the vote in our group, but it had more total votes when you added up the whole thing. It ended up with a 4-vote victory. With the math checked out to about 52% of the vote. I'm only going half points, people. I'll do 52 or 52.5. I'm not going to break it down like I'm doing, because it's not worth that level of math. But when it was this close, I double checked the votes. So anyway, there you go. Second sighting advances to go up against Bret Michaels. Now a second sighting White Tiger matchup would have been intriguing too, but not to happen. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the next round goes.
I do have a question though for the people, because this is a show for the people. What protocols do we have in place for, voting machine integrity?
Oh, you're looking at it.
Okay, so we just have to go with you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and we'll get to the brackets here, but just a quick public service reminder for everybody. Please score your own brackets. I'm a guy with a highlighter. I could miss something or make a mistake, and I am absolutely not going to be offended if you call me out on it. We just want to get it right. But yeah, I put a little more time into these, but yeah, it's not that hard.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all up to me. I'm the beginning in the end. Yeah, I could be nudging this.
Listen, anybody that's going to put their own personal time in calculating all this, and all I got to do is sit here and listen to the results. I believe in the man for once.
Hey, I'm a man of integrity.
That's right. That's right. You're a man of the people.
All right, let's get to the Chris Czynszak region. Got a couple close ones here, starting with his number 1 seed, Lou Reed Metal Machine, going up against the number 8 seed, Belly to Belly from Warrant, with an average victory with with 51% of the vote. Which album do you think won out of these two?
That was a close one. Okay.
Yes.
So I guess the thing is, do people hate us or do people want to have a good time? Listen to it. So
hey, I will tell you this if it helps.
Yeah.
2 point margin of or 2 vote margin of victory, and same as the last time this was with the Bullet Boys second sighting. Different winner in each group.
Got it.
So Cobras and Fire had a different outcome than as far as the individual winner.
Yeah.
2 votes.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go with Lou Reed.
Well, yeah, whatever you pick, you're only going to be off by 2 votes, right? Yeah. Warrant picked this one up and advances to the second round. A number 8 seed.
Thank God.
Another upset, man. We have had.
Too bad, Sinzak.
2 8
Your dreams are crushed.
So yeah. Yeah, and I think let me just check that real quick. Sinzak. Yeah, he had Lou Reed winning it all, so he kind of destroyed part of his lower bracket there.
It's over, baby.
Yeah, it's done. Suck it. Your days are. Hey, it's officially Sinzak can't win it.
That's right. He was going for the three-peat. For a little history here, he had
one of his records could still win it. What we're celebrating too. So this is what happens. You get cocky. You want to take down the king, and then I should mention the average percentage of victory was 63.375 in his region.
Okay,
so all right,
tighter.
Yep. Actually, the tightest. I'm sorry. I think I said Camaro's was the tightest, but it was his was actually a little tighter. So, all right. Well, that is going to go up. Warrant is going to go up against the winner of Queensryche Frequency. I'm having the LCs,
yes,
man.
You are.
Queensryche
Meteorological. I can't say. Still can't say it.
Meteorological. Yeah, I got that. Why don't you say Queensryche, frequency unknown from? There we go. All right. And then we got going up against Cheap Trick the Doctor, the 4-5 matchup. 79% was the margin of victory. Who you got here?
Give me the second one again. So it's frequency.
The
doctor.
Yeah.
I say it's Queensryche.
100%. Yeah. They easy win for Queensryche. 81% of the vote in our group, 77% of the vote in the Decibel Geek group. So not
FU.
Yep.
The FU album.
Sorry, Cheap Trick. Although they're probably fine with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Quit trashing that album. All right. So we got the Queensryche going up against Warrant belly to belly. An 8 and a 4 matchup. So all right. Well, next round should be interesting there. All right, the number 3 seed, Nickelback. I didn't write down the album title. No Address, or what's that called?
It's No Fixed Address.
No Fixed Address. And Dokken Shadow Life, right? There's 2 really bad ones. Yes, it was Shadow Life. With 61% of the vote, which album do you think won here? And it was pretty close. It was close to the same outcome in both of our groups.
Well, I'm going to say that for fodder, Dokken.
Yeah, Dokken won this one. I definitely would rather talk about that record than Nickelback, but whatever. Yeah. At the same time, I accept the results as they come in. So.
That's all you can do.
All right.
You're just a calculating machine. That's
there we go.
Impartial.
Number 6, another upset, 6 beating a 3, moves on to face the winner of Quiet Riot. I'm having trouble with Q's and R's right now.
Road Rules or Road Rage?
Road Rage. As the number 7 seed going up against Danger Dawn, or is that Dawn? I think Chris liked it when I did that.
Yeah.
70.5% of the vote was what won this one. Again, pretty similar in both groups, a little tighter, and it was 60-40 in Decibel Geek, if that matters to you. 81-19 in Cobra and on Fire group. So
I'm going to say the James Durbin led Quiet Riot won.
That is 100% correct.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to run down the matchups here. So in the LC region, we have the number 8 seed, Alice Cooper, going up against Tesla, the number 4 seed, with their record Shock. The number 6 seed, Chris Cornell. So 2 upsets in your region. 3 upsets going up against the number 7 seed, Motley Crue Generation Swine. In the Camaro region, Mitch Malloy is going up against the LA Guns. Which is a 5th seed. So we got a 1 and a 5 there. And then number 3, GNR Chinese Democracy going up against the number 7 seed, 2, the record fronted by Rob Halford. All right. Going into the Bakko region, Bruce Willis, the return of Bruno, a number 1 seed, going up against a number 5 seed, Poison Hollyweird. That one could be intriguing.
I just think it's hilarious that at some point there's never been a conversation of the people comparing those two entities. I don't think before.
Oh god. I had Chris Gaines on my list if I got desperate.
I was surprised that didn't get in there.
That one I was going to do there mainly for you, but
yeah.
All right, Brett and Michaels, the number 3 seed, Songs of Life, goes up against Ace Frehley's Second Sighting. Yeah, that one could be kind of tight too. So that'll be an interesting round 2 there. And then in the Chris Sinzak region, we have the number 8 seed, Warrant, going up against the number 4 seed, Queensryche, Frequency Unknown. And Dokken, a number 6 seed, Shadow Life, going up against Quiet Riot, Road Rules. So there you have it. Do you have any comments before I get into kind of some of the early results in the brackets?
No, I'll just say that all these albums are nothing that I'm going to be dropping the needle on when company comes over that I don't know very well. I just say, like, are any of these songs from any of these playlists in anybody's party playlist?
You come on, let's get Bruno to the fucking finals, man.
Maybe Bruno is a fun hurt you can put in there, but I don't think anybody's gonna be like, oh, you don't know this song? This is off of Belly to Belly. This is Ward's '96 album.
A lot of people focus on their hits, but Warren really hit their sweet spot with You're like the 80s, 90s versions of 80s bands version of what was the character Christian Bale played in American Psycho?
Oh yeah, right. The guy talking about 4.
Yeah. Yeah,
just breaking it down that way.
A lot of people, I really think they hit their stride, and then you kill them. So
that's right, exactly. That's right.
We're about to be murdered.
Actually, how about that? If you hear any of these songs on anybody's playlist when you're at their house, you're about to be murdered.
Yeah. All right. So amongst the 4 of us, like I said, I had a really good bracket. I am in the lead, but only by 1 point, but with 13 correct, 13 out of 16. The only ones I got wrong was I had Kill Fuck Die advancing, and I had Nickelback winning and White Tiger winning. So those are the 3 picks that I had wrong. Other than that, I good. You had 12 points, but here's the funny thing. Remember how I pointed out that you had the largest percentage of average victory? None of them were close in your region. They're all 75 or more.
Yeah.
All right, and you picked them. You went 2 for 2 in your own region. Everybody, I mean, and your region, by the way, was also the one that was most correctly picked by everybody as far as across the board in all the brackets.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you had one of the worst of your own.
I don't understand people.
But here's the good news for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You and I both have all of our final 4 still in the mix.
Ooh, nice.
And you're only 1 point behind me. So that's 12 points. So it's still a good bracket.
Cool.
The ones you had wrong were Vitalogy, Alice in Chains, ZZ Top, and Gene Simmons' Asshole. Mm-hmm. All right. Sinzak actually had a fairly good overall point total, but he's in trouble because his winner is gone.
Yeah.
So, but he has 12 points as well. He had Lou Reed, Cheap Trick, and Nickelback. I busted your balls. He only got 1 right in his own section, whatever. And then he also got Alice in Chains as advancing wrong. So, and Camaro took a beating. He only has 9 points. There's too many to list. Okay. Also, half of his bracket is out. I don't know if I should show that, but yeah, his winner of the Bakko and the CC bracket is already out. So his final 4 on that side is toast. So it's going to be an uphill battle. Okay. All right, for the listeners, we have a bunch of people tied at 12. So Bakko is in the lead officially overall, but it turns out I'm not eligible for the prize. So I'll just mention the ones that are all at 12. We have Keith Rockford at 12, Al Horta at 12, John Phillips at 12, and Joey Haney at 12. Again, people, please check your own bracket. Make sure I didn't make any mistakes. You get 1 point for every correct pick in the first round. The points double from here on forward. And then the lowest score is tied with Aaron Camaro with 9. I'm sorry, Lauren Carter. But and I'm just doing a quick check. 1, 2, 3 of his final 4 have been eliminated. So he's probably not going to come back from this. but hey, it was still thank you for everybody that took the time to turn these in. It was a fun, it works out perfect because about the amount of time it takes my wife to get ready in the morning, I can score every bracket.
So. You know, it'd be great. Well, I guess it goes too fast. Is if Kevin Williams could do another version of that cool bracket for the next round.
I thought about that, but there is one major flaw. You have to know, like, you can't really tell what record they are unless you know it.
Because a lot of those actually are the logos.
Yeah, some of them like right. And then if you're not really looking at it, so as cool as it looks, and yeah, thank you, Kevin, again for doing that. And it's up there for people to marvel at on the Facebook group. But as a fill out bracket, it's actually a little impractical. Because he turned his in, and scoring his was a little bit interesting. Yeah, I see what you got going on there. I hope that's just water.
Oh no, I'm allowed to have coffee.
They fucking told me. Oh wait, I could have coffee until.
You just can't have cream.
Yeah, God, I don't remember. Anyway, good luck today. Well, that's it, man. Round 1 is in the books. Round 2, voting will start on Monday. So we'll be doing another one of these episodes Tuesday or Wednesday, probably Wednesday. And look forward to we'll see how things shake out here. And thank you everybody for participating. It's always fun to get that. And if you want, leave some comments. We only had a couple comments this time, but if you want to talk some shit, maybe we'll read some of the comments on here. That'll give LC a task. So
thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, let's put LC to work. No, I appreciate it, buddy. But we both got shit we got to get to. So again, you got any parting words?
No, man, just keep on. You know, you need to get out to the polls. You need to exercise your vote to right. This is your, it's our country. This is my State of the Union address, and this is all I have. But all I can tell you is that we need a terrible album to review. That's also fun. That's my, just think, what would you enjoy hearing us talk about? Or what would you like to torture us with? Because the awful one is off the table, is my point. Now it's wide open. That was the big fear, was the Lou Reed.
Yeah, same. Lou Reed and Black Acid Devil not advancing was good news for us. But
from this point forth, I'm in for any of them, honestly.
There's reports of many people filling out fake Facebook accounts and voting more than once.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. Care. It's legal. We don't care.
I mean, we know Pooney has at least 14 burner accounts, so go to it.
Yeah, honestly, if you're willing to put in that kind of time to shift this outcome,
please,
you deserve it.
You deserve it. You deserve the win. I don't care what your fake name is. Just reveal yourself at the end. I'll send you the shirts.
Yeah, no problem. All right, man. You have a good day and good luck tomorrow.
All right. See ya.